right, right, left, right, 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 right. Oh, hello there. You just interrupted me in the middle of an important Tinder session.
Sugar crush.
Definitely, yes. A Tinder session. Picked up most of those swipes on Valentine's Day. And it got me thinking. About video games, of course. Just who are the best gaming feminist icons? Well, it's always important to research the facts. So, I made this top 10 list of the best gaming feminist icons so that you can know the facts too.
Bloodrayne from Bloodrayne. Misogyny. Sexism. Chauvinism. What do you first think of when you hear those three words? Vampires, of course. Nosferatu, and his creepy black and white face and his pointy ears looking at you from that window as he slinks off into the night to come and pierce your neck with his two hard white fangs. Do you know what Bloodrayne from Bloodrayne hates the most? Vampires. She kills them. But she's half vampire herself. Makes you think, doesn't it? All of the wrestlers from Rumble Roses. Rumble Roses was kind of a game changer when it came to taking gaming to the next level, proving that wrestling wasn't just the domain of man. Rumble Roses elevated the sport into true equality. That's why the entire cast of Rumble Roses are important feminist icons in my book. That's right, Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. Remember that bit where he dresses as a woman? That's right, even in the 90s they were being progressive. That's right, Cloud. You just do you. And that's fine in my book. She's half squirrel. Cool, huh? Not only does she have to put up with discrimination for being a woman, she also has to put up with discrimination for having a squirrel tail. I don't think that's right. If you want to have a squirrel tail, that's fine by me. Just strap that baby on and you're good to go. And she's not afraid to go out in public like that. She holds her head high and her squirrel tail high as well. So think about that next time you see a squirrel and decide to throw corns at it. That's what I call acorns. Corns. Don't do it. It's discrimination. And one day people will look back on what you did. They'll look back in the history textbooks and they'll realize, they'll think, God, what a savage society we used to live in. And I don't want to be a part of that. Not me.
Deeper. Deeper.
Not only is the Sorceress's body from Dragon's Crown horribly deformed, but the internet also took against her for that reason. And it's one thing living with such deformities and quite another to be constantly ridiculed for it. But that didn't stop the Sorceress. She's still one of the best characters in Dragon's Crown, able to hold herself high and continue smacking them orcs. And I thank you for that, Sorceress. You taught me an important lesson that day. Senran Kagura is sometimes a series that can be a bit timid about its sexuality. Not so when it comes to the character of Katsuragi. Rocking a shirt and not much else, she's not ashamed nor afraid to open up about her sexuality. And that makes her a top feminist icon in my book. The woman from Heavenly Sword. Heck, she's Andy Serkis approved, and that's good enough in my book, but just take a look at that face. See how they use that technology to truly make her emote? If that doesn't make a good feminist icon, then I don't know what does. Lulu from Final Fantasy X-2. Sure, she was a badass adventurer in Final Fantasy X, but in X-2 she decided to settle down, quit adventuring, and have a baby. She's a woman who isn't afraid to put family first, and that makes her one of the best feminist icons out there. And it makes complete sense, because it's not like she could have been one of the 3 playable female characters in the game. I mean, Pain is just irreplaceable. One of the core characters. No way they could have just made her Lulu.
We haven't even left the island.
Lara Croft, aka the Tomb Raider herself. Sure, in the 90s, Lara Croft was just a manufactured sex object created by men. But now she isn't. Now she struggles to survive, rolling around in the dirt and killing people mercilessly. And most importantly, she has a smaller breast size. One of the chief takeaways being, it's now acceptable to have her on your would bang list.
Hello!
Who else could be number one than that mustached plumber himself, Mario, aka the perfect gentleman? Mario proves that nice guys really don't finish last, as he's always rewarded for his chivalrous acts with a kiss, and maybe more. Unlike his misogynist and chauvinistic brother Luigi, Mario's never afraid to lend a hand to the princess, and help save the Mushroom Kingdom to boot. And when he's not out lending a hand to Princess Peach, he's often found helping out other princesses and fairies. And if that doesn't earn Mario a one-up mushroom in feminism in my book, then my book shouldn't be on the shelf. But it is. So take a page and read it.
There you have it, the facts laid bare. A top 10 list of the top 10 video game feminist icons in video games. If you agree with my list, hey, that's great. If you don't agree, well, you might like to reconsider. Either way, please feel free to leave a comment. Until then, keep on gaming and keep on doing lists.